Well, this is Baruch here at the Tipul Elevator Kollel, and I'm pushing over here a picture of Rabbi Yosef Chaim Mimran. Now, you could find Rabbi Mimran on the internet. He's not hiding. And he's inspired me really to a great extent to make these shiurim so that it's called getting the word out. But what he has to say is profound. He comes from a rabbinic family. His father was an immigrant to Montreal. He's a Quebecois and speaks beautiful English. I think he spent most of his life in England, but the man travels extensively and is involved in all kinds of different projects besides what he taught, what he was learning with me. So here we go, Rabbi Yosef Chaim Mimran. This book should be famous, and in time perhaps it will be. The Ultimate Connection with God, the 7-Step Guide to Jewish Spirituality. There we go. So he writes like this. We're talking about what happened to humanity with the loss of paradise. What is this about? What do we think we should have that we don't? There will be no redemption of Israel and the return of the Shekhinah's holy presence by simply fasting and mourning, but rather by rectifying our deeds and being attached with Hashem with all our hearts and souls. These are the words of the Abarbanel. So, Rabbi Mimran writes, Adam and Eve, that's Adam and Chava, their expulsion from the Gan Eden, from the Garden of Eden, was the harshest godly curse the human race has ever endured. For all the thousands of years since that time, every human being has been living in pain. For with that expulsion, humanity entered the realm of these two concepts of time and mind. With the expulsion came the fact that we were going to die, that you wouldn't live here. And so therefore time became very, very important. Time is a construct. It's a construct that's measured against the length of our lives, because we all know that we're going to expire. And then mind, which is fighting for yourself. Self. Once we're in that lock between those two, very difficult to break out, and mankind lost the gift of instinctive awareness and the simplicity of being totally connected with the Creator. Back to the Psalm again, which you learn Psalm 33, it says that there's a constructive nature in which we live, which is beyond our control. The world keeps turning no matter what you do, and our lives keep expiring no matter what we do. What we actually need to be able to do is what Rabbi Mimran just said, that we lost the ability and the simplicity of being totally connected with the Creator. People began to perceive themselves merely as meaningless fragments in an alien universe. We were alone. If we said, that's mind, I have to take care of myself, with no connection to their Creator or to each other, not really looking at where they came from, they don't want to look. Gradually, over thousands of generations, people lost touch with their spiritual foundation. They lost touch to the point that they forgot it entirely. They were being falsely convinced by the ego. Now, he wants to say, this is one of Rabbi Mimran's principles, is that the concept of ego, which is the me, or is also the concept of the Yetzer Hara, the Satan, the Satan, that adversary that's working against us, and that's the way, partially, the way that God made the world. That anything that cannot be perceived by their 5 senses cannot be true reality. We only know what we know and cannot connect beyond. And so they began to look outside themselves, seeking other sources of joy and satisfaction. They indulged in things that often were not beneficial to them. Why were they so obsessed with these cravings? All cravings are the mind's way of seeking hope or fulfillment in external things or in the future. Now, just go over the words again. What are we looking for here? The mind, that is your ego, that is your sense of just getting what you need, is the way of seeking hope or fulfillment either in external things, like if I only had that car, or that woman, or that coat, or ba ba ba, or that ring, or ba 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 ba, or in the future, oh, it's going to be better. We're going to get there. Now you're back into time again. What the mind is actually seeking, though, is a substitute for the pure joy of being connected to and fully aware of the neshama essence, which is that portion of godliness that is eternal and is within us. As long as I am my mind, what I need, what I need, what I need, I am those cravings, those needs, wants, attachments, and aversions. Apart from them, there is no I, other than as a possibility, an unfulfilled potential, a seed that has not yet sprouted. When I am operating from that state, even my desire to become free or to become connected is just another craving for some sort of fulfillment or state of completion, which I can hope will materialize in the future. Don't seek to become free of desire or to achieve connectedness. This is not the solution. Rather, be conscious. Simply be. Be there as the observer of the mind. I think this is probably an important paragraph, so I'll read it again. He says, don't seek to become free of desire or to achieve connectedness. Don't try to eliminate that. This is not the solution. It's not the solution. Rather, be conscious. Simply be. Be there as the observer of the mind. Understand that as long as you identify yourself with your mind, which are your needs, I need, which is to say, as long as you are spiritually unconscious, pain is inevitable. This inescapable pain is primarily emotional pain, such as resentment, hatred, self-guilt, pity, anger, depression, jealousy, and so much more. Even the slightest irritation is an aspect of this pain. But it is now universally acknowledged that emotional pain is the main cause of physical pain and even disease. Even every pleasure or emotional high contains within it the seeds of pain. And in time that pain will surely manifest. Anyone who has ever had an artificial high will know that the high eventually turns into a low. Even a close, loving relationship can turn from a source of pleasure into a source of pain. Eventually, every pleasure turns into some form of pain. The pleasure-pain principle. So, looking at the blurb from Rabbi Mimran, says like this: all cravings are the mind's way of seeking salvation or fulfillment, but you're seeking them in external things and are in the future that things are going to be better. This is Baruch Fleischman. I've been reading from Rabbi Yosef Chaim Mimran's book. His ultimate connection with Hashem, he's talking about the highest form of prayer.